Hello there, friends. I want to talk a little bit about how a student can participate in an article that has been saved in Google Slides. And so this is a follow-up video for teachers to give to students so the students will know how to interact with their assignment. So I'm going to visit Google Classroom first and find this assignment. And here's my assignment. And I know that most of you, when you go to Google Classroom and you find your assignment, you probably just click right there because it has your Google Slides presentation with your name on it ready to go. But you always want to click on View Assignment just in case there's some other attachments and whatnot, and you can see any comments that have been left for you. That's just a good habit to get into. I'm going to click on my document here so that way I'm able to jump into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to address when I get in here is the fact that, hey, it's pretty small. There's a few things that you can do to help yourself out there. One is the speaker notes space down here at the bottom. You can actually click and drag and open that up more. That helps out a little bit, so that way you have a little more room to work with. You could also use the full screen button, which is the button above 5, and that helps too. But really, what works best, I think, is if you use the magnifying glass. So I'm going to talk about how to use the magnifying glass. All I have to do is click on it one time, and then click on the screen one time. If I keep clicking, it's going to keep going in. And that's as far as it goes, and then I'm in trouble. So I have to click on this drop down beside the magnifying glass and hit Fit to get back. So you really only want to be on it one time and click on it one time and then go back to the cursor. So that way you're able to move around and navigate in the space and read the article effectively. Something that your teacher may have you do is jot down notes. I'm going to talk about a few ways that you can jot down notes. One simple way is to just grab a shape. I like using shapes because you can choose different colors. And when I use a shape, I can actually type directly in the shape. So I clicked and dragged. After I chose a shape, I double click in there and then I'm able to add notes. And if you want to get fancy and you want to make it so that way it has a different font style and make it so that way the inside color is a different color. And if you want to center it, you can. Those are just some different options that you can do. And then you are able to move this note around wherever it needs to go. So something your teacher may have you do is have you maybe even do different notes, different colors for different things. So for example, maybe the yellow one is a question that you have. Maybe your teacher wants you to use a green one for any predictions that you have. So if I want to do this quickly, I could just duplicate this. So to do that, I am going to right click, which is 2 fingers, and choose copy, and then click over here and right click again, which is 2 fingers, and hit paste. And that allows me to have a duplicate note. And I don't have to go through all those steps of changing a whole bunch of stuff. I just have to double click in here to start typing. If I want to change the color of it, I can. I can choose the paint bucket, choose a different color. Something else that your teacher may ask you to do is may even ask you to highlight something. So if you want to highlight something, you can use the exact same shape tool. And you are going to use the paint bucket again. And what's kind of cool is within the paint bucket, after you choose a color, you can go down to custom and you can adjust the transparency of that color. And now when I hold it over some text, it's now translucent. So that way it acts as a highlighter. If I don't want that annoying box around it, I can change the outside line and hit transparent. So those are just a few items that I can add in there. Your teacher may even also include spaces where it says click to add text, or your teacher may tell you to just put your own text boxes in, or you could use shapes, either way. But it is kind of convenient when it does actually say click to add text. And obviously you just click in those spaces and start typing. All right, the last step we're going to chat about is to back to Google Classroom. So when you get back to school, you'll go to Google Classroom and you want to make sure that you turn in your assignment. You also want to make sure you check for any comments that are there. And if you have any questions for your teacher about the assignment, you can always go into the assignment itself completely, not just on that front page. And you'll have this section called private comments, not class comments. And you can add a comment. We'll go to your teacher. I will go ahead and turn in my assignment. So that way my teacher has it and they're able to grade it. I hope you found this video to be helpful.